someone near you yawns, and within seconds, your mouth opens wide, your eyes water, and your lungs fill with air. You didn't decide to do it. You didn't even want to. It just happened. The strangest part? It can happen just from reading about it, or thinking about it. Right now, there is a reasonable chance your body is already preparing to yawn just because the word appeared on the page. This is not a coincidence. What happens inside your brain when you catch a yawn is one of the most revealing windows into what makes you human. Once you understand what is going on, you will never think about a yawn the same way again. A yawn is not just a yawn. Your body yawns for reasons scientists spent decades getting wrong. The old explanation was that yawning takes in more oxygen when carbon dioxide gets too high. It made sense. You yawn when tired. Tired people breathe shallowly. So the body takes a big gulp. The problem is that explanation is almost certainly wrong. Researcher Robert Provine ran experiments in which subjects breathed air with elevated carbon dioxide. If the oxygen theory were correct, they should have yawned more. They didn't. Breathing pure oxygen made no difference either. Yawn frequency stayed the same regardless of what gases people inhaled. The oxygen theory did not survive contact with data. So what is yawning actually for? The leading theory today is that yawning is a brain cooling mechanism. Your brain, like any processor running complex operations, generates heat. When that heat crosses a certain threshold, performance starts to degrade. And yawning is remarkably effective at cooling the brain. The wide stretch of the jaw increases blood flow. The deep intake of cool air lowers the temperature of that blood before it reaches the brain. The result is a brief but measurable drop in brain temperature, enough to sharpen alertness. This is why you yawn when tired, not because your blood oxygen is low, because your brain is overheating. Research confirmed this by having subjects hold warm or cold packs against their foreheads while watching videos of yawning. Subjects with cold packs yawned less. Their brains were already being cooled externally. The behavior is ancient. Yawning appears across nearly all vertebrates. Fish yawn. Birds yawn. Snakes yawn. Even fetuses yawn in the womb, visible on ultrasound from 11 weeks. It predates humans by hundreds of millions of years. But here is where the story gets genuinely strange. Contagious yawning is not universal. Not all animals that yawn catch yawns from each other. The behavior appears almost exclusively in species with highly developed social brains. Chimpanzees catch yawns from other chimpanzees. Dogs catch yawns from humans, but significantly more from their owner than from a stranger. The social bond matters. Familiarity matters. The question researchers kept asking was why? What function does contagious yawning serve that made evolution keep it in social species? The answer is one of the most striking findings in modern social neuroscience. Contagious yawning appears to be deeply linked to empathy. Studies found that people who scored higher on empathy tests were more susceptible to contagious yawning. People who scored lower caught yawns at lower rates. Children under 4, whose empathy is still developing, almost never catch yawns. Psychopathy scores are negatively correlated with yawn contagion. The less someone experiences empathic resonance, the less their brain catches the yawn. This is extraordinary. A behavior as simple and involuntary as opening your mouth and breathing in is, in some measurable way, a signal of your capacity to feel what another person feels. The mechanism involves mirror neurons, brain cells that fire both when you perform an action and when you observe someone else performing that same action. They are why watching someone stub their toe makes you flinch. They are why a character's sadness in a film can make you cry. And they appear to be why seeing someone yawn pulls a yawn from your own body before your conscious mind even registers what happened. Your brain is not just observing the other person, it is simulating them. When that simulation works, your body follows. Research found that yawn contagion is strongest between family members, followed by friends, then acquaintances, then strangers. The gradient maps onto emotional closeness. The nearer to your heart, the more your nervous system mirrors theirs. So when you catch a yawn from across the room, something more is happening than a simple reflex. Your brain detected a signal from another nervous system and mirrored it back inside your own body. For one brief fraction of a second, you were synchronized. The next time someone near you yawns and your mouth opens before you can stop it, remember what is happening. Not tiredness, not low oxygen. Your ancient social brain reached across the space between you and felt exactly what they felt.